what we'll practice today is Yoga Nidra and Restorative Yoga. They're a beautiful fusion. Restorative Yoga asks the question, how deep can I relax? How much can I let go? Okay, brilliant. So restorative yoga is about the body still, and it's about the nervous system calming. We use a bunch of props. Yoga Nidra is a science that's relatively actually new, and it's a upgrade on the nervous system. It's allowing the nervous system to be overhauled, reinvented, and made whole again. It's a healing practice. It's a strengthening practice. It has scientific ties to we were talking about hypnotherapy. It's quite different, but people associate it, but moreover visualization and the epigenetic power of visualization. Just by visualizing or seeing something, your body receives a signal, your body speaks in signals, to heal that specific thing. And so Yoga Nidra and Restorative Yoga, what they look like in practice is that Restorative Yoga, again, uses a bunch of props and different positions, and I'll demonstrate to you the position as we go into it, before we go into it. And Yoga Nidra is simply laying down in Shavasana. You can use a prop or two if you want, under the knees or something like that, but staying still, and we'll do about probably a 20-minute or so Yoga Nidra. And it's a body scan followed by a bit of a journey. So I'll speak loudly so you can hear me, and we'll see how we go. So what we'll do first is the restorative. It tends to get you into this quite sleepy place. And I'll put the speaker over here so you guys can hear sleepy music.
Oh, you're gonna have some music.
Yeah. And is there anything else that you want to do? Just relax, deep relaxation. Beautiful. So then, when I can, the very first posture that I always teach with restorative yoga is Viparita Karani. It's a, let's say, modification on the real pose where you would be using your arms to support your bum and your legs would be over and you would be laying down. It's putting your bum against the wall and your legs up the wall. I prescribe this to my clients almost all the time for like 15 minutes twice a day. It's the fastest way to revitalize your system, especially the nervous system, to get any heaviness or sluggishness out of the body. And it's jump-starting the draining of the fluids, the blood and the lymph, down away from the feet and the ankles where they might pool, and up, back, circulating through the heart, back up through the brain, and so on and so forth. So super simple, super powerful lifestyle practice. So what it looks like is we'll take one of the bolsters, or you could take any pillow if you were doing this at home, anything like that, and you're going to put it up against the wall, and then, so you guys will flip around and do it against the wall. All you have to do is, I recommend actually sitting down onto it on the side, and then putting your hip on it, bum against the wall, laying down completely, and then turning up and putting your legs up the wall. So there's an option as well to put a strap around your mid-thigh, and what that's going to do more than anything is just keep your legs really calm, where in restorative yoga, it's a bit like yin in that you don't want to be engaging anything. That's one of the few similarities that yin and restorative have. And so essentially the only rule, if you will, in restorative yoga is that you have to be relaxed. So what I'll do is I'll put the strap on, and do you know how to do a strap? It's like a belt with a loop, with two loops, so you put it over the first and then loop it back onto the second. Very good. So the strap's just about that. So you see that there's still some space between my legs. And I would put it up, still some space, so that my legs can relax outward. So there would obviously be a wall here, so there would be a steadiness to put on. And then the last thing that you could add, if you wanted to, would be if you have a t-shirt or another strap or something to cover your eyes, or grabbing a towel. That's great. And over time, we'll start here, arms down,
And then after a few breaths, minute, 2 minutes, arms out. And then after 5 or 10 minutes in the pose, arms up. And then that's the final version of the pose, so that you include the lymph drainage through the armpit all the way up to the wrists. And believe it or not, it's actually a cardiovascular exerciser. It works the heart because now the heart has to pump up against gravity all that way versus normally just up to the head. So this is the final variety of the pose. You also have an option if you want to put some kind of weight over the feet. So if that's a towel, the blocks are a bit heavy for that, but you could put a weight over the feet to give you a grounded feel. But I think both of you are probably grounded enough. So when you're ready, go ahead and set up.
So we can put it over our eyes from the beginning.
Yes. Put it over your eyes from the beginning.
Oh, it's so nice to be back.
And you said towards the wall.
Towards the wall. So again, to summarize, put your bum against the wall. You set the bolster or pillow first. Turn on your side, put your bum against the wall, curl up, lay down onto the yoga mat so your head is toward the top of the yoga mat. Spine in the middle of the yoga mat. I know it's hard to maneuver once you're there. Bum up onto the bolster. That's it. And then scoot towards the center, or a little bit more towards the side, so that when you roll onto your back, you will be in the center of the yoga mat. And then, yeah. So you see? Good. Not the easiest to get up there, I know. Put the towels next to you so that you can grab them. And feel free to thread the strap through when you're ready. Restorative yoga is always fun to get into. No, it's okay if it's a little away from the wall, no problem. So once you settle in, go ahead and grab your strap to wrap around the bottom part of your thigh. So if it's already looped and strapped, you can actually put your feet through once it's loose enough. Yeah. And then you'll put it just above your knee towards the groin. So once you have your strap settled, make sure it's not on the knee, but it's below the knee. And you might even want to move it closer to your hips if it's more comfortable, to give a little more space to rest your legs outwards. A little bit away from the joint. Relax the heels on the wall. You can reach out for your towel and fold it appropriately so it covers the eyes when you're resting. And a nice addition here might be to have the block on the belly, or some kind of weight, maybe a bolster, pillow on the belly. So your hands will begin down and out. Down and out with the hands. And the palms will face up towards the sky. Relaxing the jaw.
jaw. There's nowhere to go and nothing to do. Simply allow the eyes to close. Allow the eyeballs to sink back into the sockets. Make sure there's space between the back teeth. Minutes into the posture, you'll begin to feel the effect on the body, the fluids draining, the calm, grounded force, back of the head, flat, and sacrum supported. Side out like a cactus, eventually up over the top of your head.
arms over the top of your head and stack one wrist on top of the other, or cup one hand in the other. Allow the arms to completely relax. As you're ready, begin to lower the knees in toward the chest. Take the time gently removing the block or the bolster on the belly, any weight. to undo your strap. The legs into your chest, the knees into the chest. Spend a few breaths feeling the difference and noticing the effect of this posture in practice. Slowly roll onto the right side. Hips on or off the bolster. Stay there on the right side. And then it's important here that you keep your eyes closed as you come up to sit. Keep your eyes closed and a really heavy head. And gently use your arms to press you so slowly up to sit on the bolster with your back against the wall. Take your time. And as you relax here, with your eyes closed and your back against the wall, notice how it feels radically different to sit up. Notice what's changed since the beginning of practice in your breath, in your awareness of the body, in the speed of your mind, the willingness or ability to connect to your heart. And slowly allow your eyes to open. Come back into the space. We'll set up for our next posture. The next posture will be a variation on Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining, bound angle posture. And so for this, we'll need the strap bound, but loosely bound, much looser than it was before. We'll take this diamond shape with the legs, and we'll strap the strap around the body. It goes from the sacrum at the lower back forward between the thighs, and then you'll eventually loop it over your toes. So you can get that ready and also set up the bolster. I'll show you what the pose will look like in the final position. It'll look like this. And in this position, I have 2 blocks under the bolster, under my back. The first block is in this direction, and the second block is in this direction with like an L shape, the middle medium-sized block away from it. Then eventually you'll need 2 more blocks for underneath your thighs, and I'll bring those to you. And then you'll use your second bolster for a weight up and down the front of the spine. And so really move slowly, take your time to set up for this posture. Relax into it. The top of the bolster will be underneath your legs, right under the thighs. So once you loop the strap over your feet, I invite you to tighten it like you did a little bit. And you want to feel this hug from the sacrum to underneath the ankles. Your heels don't have to be so close to the groin. In fact, in restorative, it's a little bit more like a diamond. They're a little farther away. But whatever feels comfortable for you, whatever feels right. So once you have this set up, then you put your sacrum, the lowest of your spinal vertebrae, up against the bolster, the edge of the bolster, and you lay down onto it. And if your head's hanging off, then you might want to scoot down so that you feel your head supported by the top block. Remember, the only rule in restorative yoga is that you have to be comfortable. So put your blocks underneath the thighs, near the hips, or if you feel like you want that support for your hand instead, you're welcome to do that. So the blocks will be wedged in just under the thighs, nice and high. Perfect. Just as this support so that you don't have to feel like your joint is suspended in space. The finishing touch is reaching out for the bolster and placing it on top of the body. And then we'll take our eye pillow or the towel here as well. And take your time to settle in. And you'll notice that the elbows can either come down to the earth, or if they don't quite reach the earth, maybe you'll want to scoot a bit lower on the bolster, up to you. Legs. The support behind the head, under the elbows, wrists. Making sure that you're calm enough that you're in a position where you could stay for an extended period of time. settled there, you can realize that there's nothing to do and nowhere to go. Allow your eyeballs to sink back into your head.